Today, we're leaving Durango for the Pacific resort town of Mazatlan. We're going to have some great food and tequila when we get there, but right now, that's a long ways away. A dangerous road in the treacherous Sierra Madre Mexican mountain range. Highway 40 starts off with sweeping curves carving through the canyon lands rising out of the Durango desert. The highway snakes between the Mexican states of Durango and Sinaloa, known for opium poppy fields and marijuana plantations. A little later on, we'll be first on the scene for an unfortunate, real-life example of what I consider to be the biggest danger on the Mexican highways. If you think you know what it is, pause the video and drop it in the comments. With only the occasional bus, semi, or slow car, the highway is largely wide open for motorcyclists to ride how we please. We're on Highway 40 between Durango and Mazatlan. They call this the Devil's Backbone. There's a 666 highway sign painted on the road there, and that is a monument to the people who built this road. The road comes down along that cliff there. There's a bridge down there that is the longest cable stay bridge in the world, or was when it was built a few years ago. And the next day or two, we'll be riding through that. So you got a couple of guys coming around the corner. It's a beautiful area to ride. It's actually about 9,000 feet. Well, we got up to 9,000, between 8 and 9 right now. And actually got cold, very cold today. So I'm enjoying it. We'll keep going. Then we're gonna spend a few days on the beach down in Mazatlan. It takes over 6 hours to cross the Sierra Madres with over 2,000 curves. That's a lot of opportunities for mistakes. I noticed these four Ducatis screaming through the twisties. Little did they know their buddy had fallen victim to the biggest danger on the Mexican highways just a few curves back. Notice how close the skid marks are to the retaining wall, which was all that separated him from dropping off the mountain. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about animals in the road. This guy came around the corner and that cow was in the road. So I'm missing the cow. He went down right through here on this beautiful Ducati bike. It was still down when I came around the corner, and I helped him get it up before I started filming, of course. He was leaking some fluid, got a little road rash on the case. So this is called Backbone of the Devil, where we're riding, and I can see why. We came through here. Okay, I'm going to continue on, see if these guys need any more help, and I'll see you on the other side. Did you guess the danger was livestock? With no pastures to graze in the mountains, livestock roam up and down the roads, foraging on the narrow strips of grass between the mountains, the road, and the cliff. So just a few short minutes of this video, you've gotten a good idea of what this road was like. Just imagine 6 hours of it non-stop. I never thought I'd say this, but by the end, I'd had enough of the twists and turns. I was ready for a warm meal and a cold drink.
Alright, Hector, what do we got here?
That's a suckling pig. I think it probably has like 20 days only.
Wow.
And it's cooked slowly, so the skin gets cooked, and then at the end we give a nice heat, and so it gets nice and crispy.
And how long did you cook it?
This is 3 hours. 2 hours at 100 degrees Celsius, so it cooks the skin. And then I just, actually 45 minutes after, just to get it really crispy. And then the cooks always gets the ear.
Yeah, alright. Tell me how to cook octopus so I don't mess it up.
Alright, I'll tell you how it is. I cannot promise the results. I'll tell you the process.
Yeah.
So the way we do it in the restaurant, we buy it frozen, and frozen what it does is breaks the muscle tissue. And so you don't have to hit it against a rock like in the films that you see in Greece. So then we put boiling water, and then we dip it in boiling water for about 10 minutes. And what it does is makes a beautiful red color. Then I take it out after 10 minutes, and then I put it in a vacuum packed bag with olive oil, rosemary, garlic, and chili. Just one, just for a bit of a heat.
What kind of chili?
Serrano. In Mexico, Serrano. If I was in Italy, I'll use the red Italian chili that they have. It's beautiful. And then I put it on a sous vide vacuum pack, 65 to 70 degrees for at least 2.5 hours, and it cooks slowly. You can go up to 3 or 4 hours, depends on how big the octopus is. Once it's cooked in the vacuum pack, we grill it to order.
See, I thought I tasted the grilled flavor. Yeah.
Color.
Okay, yeah.
For color and flavor, that char color that the grill gives. The Maillard effect, that is nice. And then we have an aioli, typical aioli of egg yolk, oil, and you mix it with oil and a little bit of lemon. But then we add to our aioli, we add English mustard, so it gets a nice heat to it.
Yeah.
Then we finish it with smoked paprika. So it has a bit of heat and smoke, and a lot of garlic, a lot of smoked flavors with the paprika, some heat from the mustard without being Mexican hot, right? It's more like a nasal thing, and it's nice. It's a nice.
Oh, it's delicious.
And we serve it with the traditional way with potatoes that we boil and then we put on the pan so it's nice and crispy, and tomatoes, and Bob's your uncle.
Well, I love the sauce.
Okay, JD, what are we drinking here?
This is a mezcal from Zacatecas called Caballo Viejo, and it is their reposado, which
All right.
is not aged but rested, I think it means.
Reposado means rested.
how long?
And reposado means basically anything up to 2 years.
It smells good. And we just finished the, how do we say it? The Devil's Backbone? How's it said it's finished?
Espinazo del Diablo.
Espinazo del Diablo.
Better road.
All right. There we go. So look. That's really good mezcal.
A little smoky.
It's
A
delicious.
little spicy.
That's not, yeah, it's fantastic. It's completely drinkable. Oh my gosh, and what do we got here?
This is, instead of a chaser, you take a shot and you eat the citrus with a little chili powder on it. And that's puro mexicano. That's
Okay.
Mexican style.
So let's take a sip. Let's try this orange. It's good. A little bit of chili powder on it.
Well,
It's a great way to end a day of riding.
in Mexico, any good food is made better with chili powder. So.
That's right, yeah. All right.